It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Warriors out in Oakland. Well, for the Warriors, their season has been sensational in so many ways up to this point. They own the second-best record in the Western Conference. Right, this Warriors super team, hard to believe they got even scarier on paper than the roster that won 73 games. How do you guard them?
I don't know if you can, Ernie. You just got to be able to score against them because offensively, it's no way to really slow them down. They have too much skill, too much versatility, and too much shooting. Just a lot of much.
Same question to you, big guy.
Well, Ernie, when they go small, you got to pound them. You got to take it to them. Barbecue chicken alert down there in the middle. But, Ernie, unfortunately, most of the big men who could punish them have gone extinct. Extinct.
Kevin Harlan has the call.
They're unicorns.
We'll see you later.
Small ball.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome, everyone, to the Golden State, Oakland, California, the home of the Warriors as they prepare for an Eastern Conference opponent right here. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Atlanta right now in the middle of a road trip, challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
And, you know, right now for Atlanta, they're just about ready to put a cap on one of the most disappointing seasons in franchise history.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, that's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. Nobody was willing to take that role. We'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's natural for me anyway. Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And this late in the year, a lot of teams have their eyes set on the playoffs, Chris, for the teams that will be in the postseason. What do you try to do to be at your best and peak when the playoffs begin?
To be your best, you must revisit the fundamentals. Most good teams go back to their training camp, and you go back to defensive drills and how to communicate. You start at square one, the ABCs all over, because you understand you have your moves, your shots, your chemistry. Now you just have to make sure you go back, you rehash things, you reset the goal and set the tone for your team, and then let everybody come that way. And usually the good teams get back to the basics before they get to the playoffs.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Collins. Lee out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Prince in at the three.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
That's all you want, is a good shot to get yourself in a rhythm. For him, he's going to want a lot more than that to come.
Here's Collins, following the basket by Draymond Green. Prince's shot is good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
And the shot goes down.
Recognizing the defensive imbalance, Curry quickly locates the open man.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. Lee with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. And Iguodala comes to help. Lee. That's good by Dedmon.
Okay, 4 for 5 from the floor right now. Wasting no time getting this offense rolling.
And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Pachulia.
He is almost as hard to stop inside as he is out. I mean, Curry just finishes. That wiry frame and speed of his, he can still get to the hoop and finish strong.
Now here's Lee. Dedmon dishes to Schroeder. Money from the wing.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
The drive.
The agility, the elusiveness, the explosiveness, all things Green has worked on since he's first entered this league.
And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Now here's Schroeder. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Curry, providing around 26.5 points a game, rarely has an off night. And that one drops.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Young comes over to help. Here's Dedmon, who's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Schroeder. Picked by Lee. 5 on the clock. Schroeder with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Lee outside. It's rebounded by Golden State. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
Yeah, it looks good when it's going in, but they definitely force some. Overall, pretty inaccurate from out there.
Now here's Schroeder. And Pachulia over to help. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
And how about the numbers on Draymond Green? He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's around 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent. That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
And Atlanta has possession, trailing by 2. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I mean, come on. How are you going to win on the road if you can't capitalize what's being handed right to you?
And Chris, you were only briefly with the Warriors at the start and the end of your career. You had plenty of big moments with that club. Any stand out to you as a favorite?
Oh, well, I think the playoffs, almost averaging a triple-double in the playoffs, for me, it was something very special. Going behind the back on my good friend Sir Charles, of course, is one of the first experiences I had there, and also my first NBA game. I mean, being in front of those crazy fans in Oakland, that atmosphere is unlike any other, and jump ball and winning and scoring my first bucket. So many special moments there. Rookie of the Year, being awarded that with my father at center court there at that arena is something I'll never forget.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Warriors.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
And here are the Warriors now. 4-point game. And Young, here we go. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lee kicks it over to Schroeder. Curry brings the double. Knocked away. Young with the steal. Collins grabs the miss.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's his first foul. And so it's Atlanta with it. They trail by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
The Hawks working the ball around. Clock at 6. Prince with it. Now Green defending.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
So aggressive in everything he does. You know, Draymond often causes as much contact as he takes.
And Draymond Green just does so many things well on the basketball floor. But to me, above all else, he really is an elite defender who allows this team to be creative with their lineups. You can just put him on any player at any position and feel comfortable with his impact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Green. And with Green, it just seems that as long as he's going to be in the league, he'll be in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Greg has been that dominant on that end of the floor.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And one thing's for certain, you don't want to go at him when you need a bucket. Views it as a challenge, almost an insult if a guy wants to attack him. And he just has a knack for making winning plays on the defensive side of the floor.
With the immense effect Green has had on winning games in this league, it still boggles the mind that he lasted that late. I mean, the 35th pick in the 2012 draft.
Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
I mean, with the amount of turnovers they've committed, it's no wonder they're in the position they're in right now.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Young. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off. And out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
I mean, the truth is, if you play long enough, sometimes you're going to have a bad quarter, even a bad game. I doubt that this shakes his confidence.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
And they lost the last matchup with this club, and it was really the reserves where the gap in play was felt.
And a good time here to go over our 2K leaderboard and see which point guards have had the hottest hand at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Steph Curry fourth.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Well, it's a clear advantage for them on offense. It's almost like you have to pick your poison in choosing who to guard.
They double him with Green. Nobody near Schroeder. Good on the three-point shot. Schroeder's got 7 points.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Racing right toward the bucket. Draws contact. Iguodala's still strong enough to send it home.
The Hawks trail by 9. It's Prince on the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Petrulio.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Curry. Second in free throw percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's second in the league in free throw percentage. The Hawks making a switch here. Taylor's checked in. Muscala drills it from outside.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
And so here is Golden State, 6-point lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And Dorsey kicks to Taylor. Offensive rebound. Tries again, and it's blocked.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
From 12 feet out. That's off. It's his 4th miss in 7 tries. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Dorsey. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation to Coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, easy call.
And Nick Young loves scoring and lightheartedly jokes about his defense.
Oh, yeah, we always want players to be so serious about the game. There's a flip side to that. A teammate like Young who comes in every day with a smile on his face, it can lighten the mood in the locker room.
That free throw, no good. Different look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Bell comes in for Draymond Green. Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. He's off on the second.
And the Hawks in the last couple seasons with some roster turnover, established veterans departing, and now with Millsap leaving, they have embraced a complete rebuild. Ouch. 3 fouls for him already, and now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Here's Taylor.
Yeah, but the defense is doing a pretty good job of contesting those long-range shots.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. So it's Atlanta now. 8-point game. From deep, Prince. He can't get that one to fall. So Golden State will take it the other way. And the Hawks traded Howard and lost Paul Millsap in short time. So the rebuild, it would appear, is on for Atlanta.
Yeah, and it seems like they feel good with how they've approached it. You know, you got to commit to turning things over and starting anew. And the Hawks have taken the first steps to building towards the future.
And here we go. A pull-up. No good from McCaw. The Hawks trail by 10. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Toronto. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference. And right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Atlanta Hawks, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And if you look at the Hawks right now, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
I'm sure their GM is going to be busy in the offseason. A lot of changes should be coming this offseason for them for sure. Just a very disappointing season.
Here's Young. Good on the shot. Young's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Hawks shooting in this first quarter, around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Off target from three-point range. Warriors leading by 12. Got that one up quick. He's got 10.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. And Chris, when you played, you were known as a guy your size who could rip and run, take it coast to coast. You look around the league now, who are some of the best big men ball handlers?
Oh, you love it. If you get that board, you got to be able to take it, speed up the offense. We've seen Draymond just have a field day doing it with all the players on his team that can knock it down and score. Blake Griffin, Anthony Davis. We've even seen Paul Millsap and Julius Randle do it a little bit. So I love the fact that if you can get that board and push it, it makes it easier because you don't have to look for the outlet. You can actually find that point guard, that two guard in transition, and let them score, and you be the facilitator.
The Hawks trail by 14. Taylor kicks to Muscala. Dishes it to Dorsey. The Hawks working the ball around. Shot to stop the drought. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
With the double coming over, good vision to locate the open man.
13 feet away. West misses.
Something affected him on that shot, and it wasn't the defense.
Outside, Taylor. And Muscala has it in the corner. The feed to Dorsey. Taylor passes to Dorsey. 6 to shoot. There's a good screen. From downtown, offensive rebound. Warriors leading by 11. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. From deep, hits it from three-point range. McCaw's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. The Hawks trail by 12. Outside, Taylor. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. The Hawks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
You know, the Warriors, this team has one of the most potent offenses ever. Now, a big part of why that is so is because of their passing, their ball movement, their cutting. Everyone on this team can set someone up for an easy finish.
Kicks it to Muscala. Lots of room. Warriors with the rebound.
Even with the miss, that's a jumper he'll keep taking, as long as they keep leaving him open.
Bell, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Young with the steal. Here's West. And that one is off.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those 2 things that he possessed.
Warriors leading by 13. Here's Bell. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Taylor kicks to Muscala. Passes to Taylor. It's tipped. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Jordan Bell. 2 shots.
Two shots.
The free throw drops for Bell. Kevon Looney is checked in for West. And so Bell nails both of them. The Hawks trail by 17. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Tipped away.
Golden State foul. Jordan Bell. That's his second personal foul. Team to the penalty.
The Hawks shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Isaiah Taylor taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Here's McCall. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Taylor. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And certainly one of the game's bigger personalities, Draymond Green, had this to say about his approach to leadership.
Most importantly, it's just about how the guys respond to me. And, just really bringing that energy and that attitude and that fire each and every night, every day, whether it's in practice, whether it's, in the game, whatever it is, just always bringing that energy and that passion.
A heart and soul guy, Draymond Green has the kind of spirit, guys, that everyone else can just kind of feed off of.
Yeah, his talents and contributions now being appreciated. He's forced his way into the discussion of top 10 players in our league.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
Getting high percentage looks, wearing down that defense on the inside.
Right, and as the defense collapses, that opens up inside-out opportunities. Productive first quarter.
They've got Bell. McCaw is out there with Looney. And there's Livingston, and it's Cook in at the 1. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Look, if you let Sean Livingston get to the free throw line and in, you might as well just be a layup. He has become lights out with that nice turnaround jumper from that range. And in his face, doesn't matter.
Atlanta making a switch here. Warriors leading by 18. Here's Bell. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And Livingston is incredibly lethal from that mid-range spot. He's perfected it, especially, Chris, since he likes to drag the smaller guards down to that range.
Oh, yeah. Livingston knows where his spots are on the floor, and he goes right to them. It's a big reason why his shooting percentage is high for a point guard. He's just a very smart player who knows how to make the most of his game.
Swiped it away. And here we go. Bell heading to the hoop. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. There's the pick. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Kevin Durant is a unique player. LeBron James said he's a 7-footer with 6-foot ball handling skills, jump shot, and athleticism. It's never been done in our league. Never had a guy that's 7 foot and can do all that, so it sets him apart. Kevin, I'm 6 feet tall, and I can broadcast.
You can, and you can write, and by the way, you're in the Hall of Fame. D.A., thank you. Taylor dishes to Muscala. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And they just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Yeah, trying to recapture momentum. When the tide's running against you, very difficult to do. What will the young kids say today? Ride that wave.
Denied once again, misfiring at a 30% rate. He's 3 for 10 now.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for the Hawks. Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. So often there are some players who have one unstoppable move or something that they'll lean on if their team needs a basket. What did you feel your go-to move was when you were playing?
You know, I've said this many times. I just felt like my go-to move was just get a bucket. And so it depended on where I was on the floor. You know, I love the jump hook from the left block looking in. My 15-foot jumper, 17-foot jumper. I felt that if I came off a pick and roll and I caught the ball live, I could drive or I could shoot the jumper that if you were a big fella, you were at my mercy. And so, you know, those were really my spots on the floor to really try to do damage. So, you know, it's just about the point guard, the team that you're playing with, where shooters are on the floor in case you get double teamed, and just kind of knowing your game. And so I felt comfortable on many spots on the floor, and depending on what spot on the floor, time and possession, that's where I was going to go and just try to be successful.
I always felt you read well. You reacted well after your read.
Yeah, because, you know, I grew up on teams where coaches, you know, would want me to do the correct play, and just because you can shoot a jump hook, your favorite shot over 2 people, but if you have a wide open, great knockdown shooter in the corner, you're supposed to make that pass. And so that's what I mean about, you know, what's your favorite move? It really depends on where I was, because a lot of times it was to get my shot first, and then if I knew the defense was coming, it was to identify where that next guy was going to be. So if I didn't score, I was going to get the ball to the guy that was. And it was an easy way to kind of control the pace and the play from the game from that post position.
Knocks it loose. Here's Collins, and he dunks it down.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. Iguodala, and the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Oh, the quick jump of Iguodala. Easy money.
Now here's Lee. He kicks to Dedmon. They double him with Green. Dedmon passes to Lee. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Just 5 on the clock. Schroeder. The half-court bomb falls off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There aren't many guys I can think of who like contact as much as Draymond. His shot completely unaffected.
Atlanta shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Here's Schroeder. That doesn't go either for Schroeder. Here's Golden State. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. And that one's good. Green.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Dedmon's got his second bucket.
Did anybody see any defensive presence on that play? I mean, he's not going to blow that layup. It was wide open.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
Prince misses.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And it's Golden State with another.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Lee. Schroeder outside. Here's Prince. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. They get Andre Iguodala. For Atlanta, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. And one thing that Steve Kerr has done so well in his coaching tenure is his ability to handle multiple stars on the same team. You look back at the history of this league, and it isn't always smooth sailing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this much talent on teams, you can get guys clashing. But Kerr has the team playing as a unit, and players are happy to sacrifice their own stats for playing better basketball. He has everyone buying into the culture they've created.
He doesn't get the second one. They get it back. Curry. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Curry's got 8.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Dedmon, and he dunks it down.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Here's Looney. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Lee with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Prince misses. Prince has gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Collins kicks to Lee. Schroeder outside. Sinks the triple. 10 points for him.
I don't know if that was by design or by accident, but the D not paying any attention to him.
Here's Looney. The rebound by Prince. Atlanta's shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. The 3. The Hawks get it back in a new 24.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Back to Schroeder. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And the ability to go vertical, I mean, Iguodala's sneaky shots.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Pass to Collins. He dishes it to Lee. There's the pick. Collins kicks to Dedmon. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Dedmon's got 6 points in the quarter. Here's Looney. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Beautiful timing and anticipation by Curry. If he didn't score so much, he could become one of the top assist men in this league.
Feeds it to Collins. Over Green. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Collins has got 6. The Warriors shooting 69%, showing you what a well-oiled offense looks like tonight. They get it again. Looney with the bucket.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
To the middle. Here's Dedmon. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Lee against Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And a look here at the shot chart for Atlanta.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Atlanta with the ball. And here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. Curry brings the double. Prince with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. There's Lee with the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lee's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, the feed off the bounce is in just the right spot.
Iguodala, that's good.
Oh, and if anybody deserves a ring, Iguodala was right there at the top. A guy who gives 100% every night.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. Prince against Iguodala. Shot's good by Dedmon.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Iguodala, no good. The Hawks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And here's Prince outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing that they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
That's good from Schroeder. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Schroeder hits them both. And for the Warriors, they're shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. And that one is good. West has got his second basket of the night.
And West, a knockdown mid-range shooter. You just assume it's going in whenever it leaves his hands.
Muscala misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Count it.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Schroeder passes to Muscala. Fires from deep. And it's Schroeder missing.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Shoots from the block. And another basket for Golden State.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
For the three. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Pachulia with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Yep, it counts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. The Hawks working the ball around. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Pachulia, no luck. Atlanta's shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. Schroeder kicks to Prince. And there's the call on Pachulia. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
McCaw, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Taylor's checked in. 44 seconds left now here in the second. Plenty of space. Muscala gets the bucket. Muscala's got 10 points in the game.
He's just able to shoot over people at a high rate.
But yeah, using his size, that's what I like about his game. He understands where he has the advantage. Then he exploits it.
Atlanta with the ball. Prince outside. He feeds it to Dorsey. No good on the triple. And it's the Warriors with the ball. West dishes to Young. Pass to Pachulia. Over Muscala. Here's McCaw. Lays it up off the glass. McCaw has got 4 points this quarter.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Got it off in time. The shot missing. And so it's the Golden State Warriors way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Draymond, a strong first half offensively for the team. What are you doing right?
We're just letting them show us what's open. You got to just make sure we stay patient on the offensive end and let them tell us what play to make, where the open man is. We've been doing a great job of that. We've got to keep it up in the second half.
Yeah, the defense leads you to the open man. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what do you think?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie. Giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. One of the great stories here, Nick Young getting it done today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Oh, well, he's a tricky cover. He does a good job of sensing the defense, making the right move at the right time.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Lee in at the 2. Here's Curry, now off the inbound, and it's good on the layup. Curry's got the first basket of the second half, that one for the Warriors. The Hawks shooting struggles apparent, 37% from the field. Pachulia against Schroeder. Here's Dedmon. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? Nah.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The Warriors shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Curry attacking. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Poked loose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. And here is a group of young guys that know how to play some tough D in the paint. Here are the leading rookie shot blockers in the second half of the season. Here's Dedmon. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Dedmon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Shot's good by Green.
And for a guy who has really improved his outside shot, Draymond is still doubly effective inside.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Collins kicks to Dedmon. Schroeder with the ball. Now Green defending, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They set the screen. And Pachulia over to help. It's stolen by Green. For the finish, and Green slams it in.
Creating a turnover, jump starting the fast break, things Draymond does very well.
As competitive a guy as Draymond Green is, sometimes he can get in his own way. There's no doubt about that. Not entirely his fault. The calls don't seem to fall in his favor a lot because he is so physical, and perhaps, Chris, because of his reputation. We don't even need to go into his natural shooting motion.
Yeah, with the leg, but with Draymond, that just comes with the territory. He presses buttons of refs and opposing players, and sometimes with the fans. Yeah, he'll lose out on calls, but at the end of the day, he's a guy that everybody in the league hates, but will want on their team.
And Green slams it in.
Well, this is what Draymond's been working on in the summer, the ability to give his team volume scoring if they need it.
Hawks have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Schroeder with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the 3 when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot up.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Schroeder against Curry. Here's Collins. Here's Dedmon. He's still out. Now he is 9 of 10.
He is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
His dominance on the boards is really putting them on their heels. They want no part of this man out there tonight.
Schroeder, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Schroeder's got 14 points for the game.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Draymond Green again.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
On the wing, Lee, defended by Young. And there's the pass to Collins. Pachulia with the steal. Now the dish to Iguodala. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Prince. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
Attacking the rim in heavy traffic. You love his focus right there.
Pachulia, no luck.
Thought he was going to be able to take advantage of the D there. He had the space.
Schroeder against Curry. Dedmon. Great tee that time from Green.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
The offensive rebound. That one goes in. Pachulia's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Man, this is what happens when you get discouraged. Sometimes it just affects every part of your game.
Dedmon dishes to Prince. And there's the call on Pachulia. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
The Warriors making a switch here. Bell's checked in. Curry against Schroeder. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
1 shot.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
1 shot, gentlemen.
That's good from Schroeder. And Atlanta has possession. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Snatched up. Knocks it loose. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Second chance shot. Bell's shot is good.
Oh, such a terrific defender. Iguodala jump starting that fast break.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. There's the screen. Picked by Lee. The 3. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Oh, that's just great instincts. Tremendous handle. Steph can take you any way he wants to off the drive.
Here's Schroeder. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations for Young.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And Chris, during your playing days, you were on some incredibly talented teams and also some teams that were destined to come up short, so to speak. How big was the difference in the culture between a team who might contend for a title and the culture of a team that is just trying to grow and become a good team?
You can tell the minute that you walk into an organization which team that you're playing for, whether it's a team finding identity or a team that believes in themselves. And it's a big difference. It's a difference in the way that the winners approach every day. It's a difference in the way that you take your job serious or that you approach the small things and pay attention to the details. And so you notice when you're in a good culture and a bad culture, and it all starts at the top. And hopefully, if you're fortunate to stay in this league a long time, long enough, you'll be around the right culture. But the right culture is just doing all the positive things when no one is watching and then hoping for great results. And when you do that, I think you're in a great culture.
Pulls up from the corner. And it's Curry with the rebound. Curry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Good on the shot. 14 points for Andre Iguodala.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
He was all alone on that one. Outside Curry. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 28 points for Draymond Green.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Launches a three. The Warriors pull it in. Iguodala's got his third rebound on the night. And Green slams it in.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
The Hawks have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Taylor kicks it over to Schroeder. Defended by Young. Back to Schroeder. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
And the attack mindset of Draymond is nowhere more evident than in transition.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Schroeder with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lets the three fly, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Schroeder's got 19 points.
He is a dangerous outside shooter, and if you leave him open, he can bury them consistently.
And Green gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Dishes to Schroeder. The feed to Muscala. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Here's Schroeder. He gets it in there. Schroeder's got 9 points now in just the second half.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
And Green gets it to go.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Schroeder passes to Dedmon. Hawks passing it around. Expanding his range. Bangs home the trifecta. 9 points in the game so far.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And they pick up 2. 14 points for Steph Curry.
This score will be very different without his offense. He's been terrific.
Taylor kicks to Dedmon. Here's Schroeder. Doesn't go that time. And Golden State will come the other way. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him.
No, he doesn't need much room. Steph there with the prime-time facial.
Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Fires the three. No good. Shot missing.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
On the free throw, no good. And with Curry and his ability to put a team away in one quarter, Greg, it's absolutely incredible.
I mean, Curry just has that ability to end a game's competitiveness in a short span. What is amazing is he does so much and will often sit out the fourth quarter because of the lead he's helped to build.
Kicks it to Dorsey. Taylor against Bell. Back to Taylor to stop the run. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Curry, good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
The Hawks shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. West outside, passes to McCaw. Boom, he jams it straight down. And
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Taylor with the ball, and Curry picks him up defensively. There's the three. Warriors with the rebound. Here's McCaw. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. The Hawks shooting 40% from the field. From past the arc, they get it back. Here's Dorsey. He kicks to Taylor. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And the three off target.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And the Warriors with some changes. Pachulia comes in for Bell. And Cook subbed in for Curry. And a change for the Hawks. Prince is checked in. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Taylor. Defense right on him. And Pachulia over to help. Muscala dishes to Dorsey. Taylor's shot, good. Taylor's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Then Pachulia with the dunk.
Oh, and a nice look by Livingston, keeping his eyes up. Locates the man.
Outside, Taylor. Down low, Muscala laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Muscala's got 12 in the game.
Oh, that's the goal every trip. Get the good look from close range.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. Here's Taylor. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I mean, they just look totally disengaged out there. Seems like they've given up on this one.
Here's Cook. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Warriors ahead, running away with this one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Move it to the next guy, drive and kick, let it come out in the wash, all right?
And Steve Kerr asking his guys to simply run their offense, share the basketball.
Yeah, and don't just settle for tossing it around the horn. Attack the defense, play inside out when you can.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. They've got McCaw, Cook out there with Livingston, then it's West, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Here's West, and it comes off the front of the rim. Atlanta's shooting about 42% so far. Here's Dorsey. He's covered by Livingston. Was shot by Dorsey, no good. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Delaney, the pass to Plumlee, and Dorsey kicks to Delaney. The Hawks working the ball around, launches it. Another three for Atlanta.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Cook, and it's Delaney with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Up again.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Lee's checked in. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Dorsey. His three-pointers off the mark. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Lee passes to Delaney. They set the pick. And we've seen a few players come into the NBA through different paths. They're playing overseas for a year or spending time in the D-League, now known as the G-League. Chris, do you think that these alternative paths to the NBA will ever be as common as the standard collegiate path to the NBA?
Well, I think it can be only because there's such an international presence in the game, and that now you're starting to find players all over. And the great thing about the NBA is it doesn't matter where you come from. It just matters what type of skill set that you have. So I can see it being other paths to the NBA, but the NCAA is always going to be one in the fact that guys want to play for their state teams, and that's always going to be fun to watch. But thank God for basketball fans and athletes, there's a lot of paths to the NBA, which is the ultimate if you want to play basketball.
Absolutely. Now Dorsey. And a wide open look for Lee. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Pachulia. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Atlanta with the ball. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first two quarters, though.
And Plumlee kicks to Delaney. Pass to Dorsey. Shoots it. West with some nice D. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. McCaw. Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Dorsey. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And you have to like this. Why? Because it's helping them space the floor, which can create other opportunities. He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Plumlee dishes to Dorsey. Plumlee with the screen. They swipe it. Here's McCaw. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That's his first foul. Going back to your playing days, Chris, you were drafted by the Magic but traded on draft day to the Golden State Warriors. If you had suited up for the Magic alongside Shaquille O'Neal, that would have been something.
Oh yeah, I would have tried to. I think I would have been the first Westbrook. That was my goal. If I was playing with Big Shaq, just do your job, and I would have averaged a triple-double easily. I would have averaged a triple-double. When you look at Dennis Scott, that would have been on the corner, Big Shaq up top, and that pick and roll right there. You're gonna have to guard me or him, and I didn't mind throwing it up to a big fella. I love seeing people dunk from alley-oop, so that would have been fun. I would have tried to have Shaq break a backboard every single night. But hey, can't go back in time, man.
Chalk up 2 there.
Terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Here's Looney. Count that as his 7th field goal in 10 tries. He's shooting a very good 70%.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
The shot's good from Plumlee.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
Warriors have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
Cassie's not just a scorer, but an incredible athlete as well, who can throw it down with the best of them.
Lee outside. Pass to Delaney. And Dorsey kicks to Lee. The three-pointer, no good. Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. McCaw with the bucket. Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Delaney. And it's off from three-point range. Warriors shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. The Hawks shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. And Dorsey kicks to Delaney. To the middle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
After failing to be aggressive and look for a shot in the first half, you don't have to let him know this time. You don't have to remind him now. He is really taking his game over in the second.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And for the Hawks, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. He dishes it to Plumlee. Now the pass to Delaney. Offline with his 3. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Here's the screen. Shoots from the elbow. The Warriors pull it in. West has got his 5th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Taylor comes in for Malcolm Delaney. Now here's Taylor. From the arc. Dorsey, that's good. Dorsey's got 8 points in the quarter.
No, he has found himself in the second half after not being able to notch a single point in the first half.
That one good for 2.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here is Taylor. Feeds to Collins. It's interesting to see the impact of technology on the game, too. I heard LeBron James. A lot of players now review footage on a tablet when they check out their play.
Well, yeah, you know, back in the older days, a lot of us went to the locker room and you would go in the room and watch it on video. So it's the same type premise. It's just that, you know, technology is better today. I mean, every guy wants to do it. You want to know what you're doing well, what you're doing wrong. You're all a coach on the floor. You're the quarterback, and LeBron especially is the quarterback of his offense. So it doesn't surprise me before that he's studying tape.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Defended by West. And he banks in the layup.
Ooh, nice assist out of the double team. Staying cool under fire.
Here's Caspi. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And it's the Hawks' ball. To the wing on the left. Outside, Taylor. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Oh, great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Well, he created a little separation from that mid-range. Just a good shot for him in that situation.
Down low. Here's Collins. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pachulia's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Cook. Drills the baseline jumper. Cook's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, man, how about the last-minute decision there to pull the shot down and get a better one for your teammate?
To the left side wing. Dorsey off the mark there with the 3-point shot. It's West with the drive. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times. The Hawks shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. Knocked loose. Oh, trying for it. Right side, Taylor. From beyond the arc. Second shot opportunity. Collins, good.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
The Warriors shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense.
Oh, terrific pass work. That shot's a lot easier after an assist like that.
Here's Taylor. Down low. 1:36 left in the game. McCaw with the bucket.
Oh, and Caspi is very gifted at getting the ball to his teammates. A selfless player who keeps his eye out to dish the rock whenever he can.
The Hawks shooting 41% for the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Steph Curry.
Well, anytime the offense ran through him, good things happened. His passing was awesome. He created a bunch of good looks for everyone else out there.
Outside, Taylor. He feeds it to Dorsey. Hawks passing it around. Just 5 on the clock. Floats one. The shot by Taylor, no good. Timeout called the Warriors. They're up. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
My guess is that they're just trying to avoid some monumental breakdown after having dominated up to this point.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And he's been the man running the show for them, and boy, has he done a great job. He's up in the double digits in assists, and more than a few of those have been of the spectacular variety. For them to be successful, his passing has to be a key component, and tonight it was on display.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cook, good.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's a good screen. Buries it from three-point range. Livingston with it. Julia, good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Well, a well-earned victory, feeding off the energy of this hometown crowd really all night.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Andre. I know if you could bottle a game like tonight, you would. But what's the key as you look forward to these upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys be ready to play.
Great performance tonight, Andre. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.